ano nga bang unemployment benefit? So unemployment benefit is a cash benefit granted to members who are involuntarily separated from employment. So pag sinabi nating involuntarily separated, hindi kagustuhan ng miyembro, siya po ay sapilitang nawalan ng trabaho. Okay? So ito pong unemployment benefit natin na ito yung pinakabagong benepisyo na pinagkakaloob ng SSS sa mga miyembro nito. So para ma-qualify, kinakailangan po ang miyembro ay wala pang 60 years of age at the time of separation. Kung siya naman po ay mine worker, dapat wala pang 50 years old at kung racehorse jockey naman po 55 years old. Kinakailangan din na meron siyang at least 36 contribution. Diyan po sa 36 months na yan yung 12 months dyan nasa 18-month period prior to month of separation. So kung halimbawa yung miyembro na wala na siya ng trabaho ngayong June 2024, so you have to count 18 months backward starting May 2024 at dun sa 18-month period na yon dapat may 12 months siya dyan. Kahit hindi sunod-sunod, again, as long as nandun yan sa 18-month period. So kung halimbawa, eksakto, may 12 months lang siya doon. So yung 24 months to complete the 36 kahit medyo matagal na yan. Okay? Then, next, has no settled unemployment benefit within the last 3 years. So isa ito sa mga limitations ng ating unemployment benefit na kung saan maaari lamang ma-avail ng miyembro ang unemployment benefit once every 3 years. And involuntary separation from employment was due to the enumerated grounds. So may mga valid grounds tayo para sa ating unemployment benefit. So hindi lahat ng involuntary separation compensable. Okay? So may mga valid grounds tayo. So ano yung mga valid grounds for involuntary separation? Una, yung authorized causes. So ano ba yung mga authorized causes? Example dyan, redundancy, retrenchment, downsizing, cessation of operation, or installation of labor cost-saving devices, automation, yung dating ginagawa ng tao, robot na. So yung mga affected employees, provided that they have met the qualifying conditions na nabanggit ko kanina, pwede po sila makapag-apply ng unemployment benefit. Okay? So kasama rin sa authorized causes kung halimbawa yung empleyado, meron siyang sakit na prejudicial to his or her co-employee's health. Okay. And then we have the just causes. Yung just causes naman, ito yung mga cases na kung saan yung employee can put an end to the employment relationship without notice dun sa kanyang employer. So, kumbaga, napilitan siyang mag-resign. Okay? Napilitan siyang umalis. Okay? Because of ano yung mga cases yan? Serious insult by the employer, inhumane and unbearable treatment accorded to the employee by the employer. Okay? So, commission of a crime or offense by the employer. Okay? So, yun po yung mga just causes natin. And then we have yung economic downturn, natural or human-induced calamities, and other analogous cases as may be determined by DOLE and the SSS. Okay. So kung meron tayong valid grounds, kagaya ng nabanggit ko kanina, meron din tayong grounds for disqualification. So ito yung mga cases na kung saan yung empleyado tinanggal po siya sa trabaho. Okay? So again, tinanggal siya sa trabaho ng employer niya. So it's involuntary separation pero hindi siya qualified na makatanggap. Hindi sila qualified na makatanggap ng unemployment benefit. So ito po yung mga grounds for disqualification natin. So ito yung mga employees who has committed serious misconduct, willful disobedience to lawful order, gross and habitual neglect of duty, fraud, or willful breach of trust, loss of confidence, commission of a crime or offense, and other analogous cases like abandonment, gross inefficiency, disloyalty, conflict of interest, and dishonesty. Ibig sabihin, kaya nawala ng trabaho yung empleyado dahil din mismo sa kagagawan niya. Okay? So siya mismo yung may rason. Okay? Bakit siya terminate ng employer niya? So even though it's involuntary separation, hindi po yan compensable under unemployment benefit. Okay? So magkano po ba yung pwedeng matanggap na benepisyo ng ating mga miyembro? Okay? So yung amount of benefit po natin is equivalent to 50% ng inyong average monthly salary credit. At yung benefit po ay good for 2 months. Okay? So 2 buwan po namin kayong pagpe-pensionin under unemployment benefit. So paano ba makuha yung average monthly salary credit? So dalawa po yung formula na ginagamit natin siyan. Okay? Yung first formula po, sum of your last 60 monthly salary credit prior to the semester of contingency, then divided by 60. Okay? So for example, nawalan ng trabaho yung miyembro ngayong June 2024. Ang semester of contingency niyan ay January to June 2024. So kailangan nating i-total yung last 60 monthly salary credit starting December 2023. So yung last 60 months po ng inyong contribution, i-total natin yan, then i-divide natin by 60 para makuha natin yung average monthly salary credit. At yung second formula naman, yung total po, sum of all the monthly salary credit from your first up to the month prior to the semester of contingency. And i-divide po natin siya by the number of monthly contributions paid in the same period. Halimbawa, again, nawalan ng trabaho yung miyembro ngayong June 2024. Ang semester of contingency po niyan ay January to June. So halimbawa, ang month prior to the semester ay December 2023. So sabihin na lang natin meron kang 200 contribution from your first contribution up to December 2023. I-total natin yung 200 months contribution na yan and then divided by 200. Okay, para makuha natin yung average monthly salary credit. So kung alin po ang mataas sa dalawang formula, kung ano po yung mataas na amount na makukuha natin, yun po yung gagamitin natin na average monthly salary credit. So halimbawa, ang nakuha nating average monthly salary credit ay nasa 20,000. So ano pong gagawin natin para makuha natin yung amount of benefit? I-divide by 2 lang natin yan. Okay? Divided by 2, so that will be 10,000 per month. Yun po yung magiging benefit ng miyembro natin. So kagaya ng nabanggit ko po kanina, since yung benefit po natin ay good for 2 months, so just multiply it by 2, so 20,000 din po yung makukuha natin. Okay? Again, ang benefit natin, good for 2 months lang siya. Ang prescriptive filing period naman po natin, 1 year from the date of separation. So baka mamaya may magtanong. Halimbawa po, okay, nawalan ako ng trabaho for 2 months, eligible ako. However, hindi ako nag-apply kaagad ng unemployment benefit. So employed na ako ngayon. Okay? On the 3rd month or 4th month, employed na yung miyembro. Okay? The question is, pwede pa ba siyang mag-apply ng unemployment benefit? Currently employed na siya. Okay? Pwede pa po. Okay? As long as all documents, intact po yan, yung mga supporting documents na kakailanganin para makapag-apply siya ng benefit at yung 1 year na prescriptive filing period hindi pa naglalapse. Okay? Pwede pa pong i-claim yan. Pwede pa po siyang makapag-apply at matanggap yung kanyang unemployment benefit. Okay. So now, let's proceed naman sa limitation. So, may mga limitations tayo para sa unemployment benefit. Kung kagaya ng nabanggit ko po kanina, ang ating unemployment benefit, pwede lamang yung ma-avail ng miyembro once every 3 years. Okay? So, paano kung nagkaroon ng dalawang contingencies within the same compensable period? So, only the highest benefit shall be paid. I-compute natin yung benefit na makukuha niya dun sa dalawang contingencies at kung alin ang mataas sa dalawa, yun po yung makukuha ng ating miyembro. And ito po, yung mga sumusunod na case, okay? So ito yung mga cases na kung saan pwedeng i-deduct yung unemployment benefit na natanggap ng miyembro sa kanyang future benefit. Okay? So it can be deducted either in partial or full. So ano yung mga cases na possible i-deduct yung kanyang unemployment benefit na natanggap sa kanyang future benefit? Una, kung nagkaroon ng overlapping of benefits. Okay? So tandaan po natin, hindi natin ina-allow ang overlapping of benefit within the same program. So kung halimbawa, example na lang natin, yung miyembro, sabihin na lang natin, manganganak na siya, okay? Female member, on the 9th, nasa 9th month na siya ng kanyang pagbubuntis. Unfortunately, nagsara yung pinapasukan niya, so nag-apply po siya ng unemployment benefit. Eligible siya, nakatanggap siya ng unemployment benefit. The following month, nanganak siya. Okay, so nag-overlap ngayon kasi yung benefit na natanggap niya for unemployment benefit, good for 2 months. Okay, so after a month pa lang, nanganak yung miyembro. So may nag-overlap na 1 month. So anong mangyayari? Yung maternity benefit, it will be computed in full, pero yung amount of benefit na nag-overlap, amount of benefit ng unemployment na nag-overlap doon sa maternity benefit, i-deduct po yan. Okay? Then second, when an employee's case results in reinstatement with back wages or settled unemployment benefit will be deducted from the future benefit. So ito yung mga cases na kung saan po yung empleyado, okay, sabihin na lang natin tinanggal siya sa trabaho ng kanyang employer. Sabihin natin due to serious misconduct, okay? So, kumbaga may ano siya, eh, may conflict. Kasi may conflict between the employee and the employer. So, ang nangyari, sinasabi ng employer niya serious misconduct siya, okay? So, ang sinasabi naman ng employee, illegal termination. So, ang ginawa niya, nag-apply siya ng unemployment benefit. So, in lieu of the certification, so nag-execute siya ng affidavit, yun yung ginamit niya, tapos nag-attach siya ng ano, pending, may pending case siya against dun sa employer niya. Okay, so yun yung ginamit niya ng mga documents para makapag-apply siya ng unemployment benefit. Nakatanggap po siya ngayon. Okay, so habang gumugulong yung sinampa niya na kaso against his or her employer. So lumabas yung resolution. So yung resolution ng sinampa niya na kaso ay in favor of the employer. So, parang halimbawa sinasabi ng DOLE, valid yung reason ng employer mo kaya kanya terminate. So, paano yung unemployment benefit na nauna nang naibayad sa miyembro? So, that will be deducted from his or her future benefit. Okay? So, kung halimbawa baliktad naman yung naging resolution, kung ang resolution naman in favor of the employee naman. Kung in favor of the employee yan, pero, okay, ang sabi ng DOLE, i-reinstate mo siya, okay? Pero may payment of back wages, okay? Reinstatement with payment of back wages. So kung may payment of back wages, it is as if walang nangyaring separation. Kasi halimbawa, kung 2 months na wala ng trabaho yung miyembro, ang sabi ng DOLE, sabihin na lang natin, itong empleyado nito na tinanggal ninyo, i-reinstate mo siya at yung period na hindi siya nakapasok, bayaran mo. Okay? Pinababayaran. So may payment of back wages. So again, it is as if walang nangyaring separation kasi may payment of back wages. Kung reinstatement lang, hindi siya babawasan. Okay, so hindi siya ibabawas sa future benefit. Pero kung may payment of back wages, again, halos walang nangyaring separation siya. Okay? Then third, with the filing, processing, payment involves misrepresentation, fraud, or false claim, and when the employee is rehired or employed within the compensable period. Benefit is good for 2 months. Isang buwan lang siyang nawalan ng trabaho. So since yung benefit na ibinigay ng SSS, good for 2 months yan, yung sobrang 1 month po ibabawas yan doon sa kanyang future benefit. Okay. So now, let's proceed naman sa manner of filing. Okay. So, manner of filing natin online. So, wala po ito, hindi siya available over the counter. So, yung mga miyembro natin na magsasabit na kanilang application, so they need to log in to their my.sss account. Kung wala kayong laptop or desktop, pwede kayong pumunta sa mga branches natin, tapos may mga e-center ho tayo dyan. Okay? Na kung saan, pwede po ninyong i-log in yung inyong my.sss account. Okay. So, mag-login lamang po sa inyong my.sss account and under the benefits menu, i-click yung apply for unemployment benefit. Okay? So after clicking apply for unemployment benefit, by the way, before you proceed dito sa ating benefit application, you have to ensure na updated po yung inyong contact information at meron kayong naka-register na disbursement account. May naka-enroll kayo na disbursement account kasi dyan natin i-credit yung inyong benefit. Okay? So after clicking apply for unemployment benefit, so i-provide nyo lang po yung mga required information, yung details po ng inyong employer, kung kayo po ay covered employee, yung reason bakit kayo nawalan ng trabaho, your preferred office, kung saan ho kayo magse-secure ng certification of involuntary separation, kung yan ba ay DOLE, PUA, or POLO office. Okay? At kung multiple po yung disbursement account na nakaregister sa inyong my.sss, yung preferred DAEM po ninyo, kung saan po ninyo gustong makredit yung inyong benefit. Tip para sa mga miyembro po natin na magsasabit ng kanilang application online. So pagka tayo po magpo-provide tayo ng information dito, mas maigi po na hawak natin yung Certificate of Involuntary Separation, yung Notice of Termination na ibinigay sa atin ng ating employer para po tama yung information na ipoprovide natin like yung date of separation, yung reason for termination para at least po maiwasan natin na ma-deny yung ating sinubmit na application. Kasi halimbawa, ang nilagay ninyo diyan na date of separation, halimbawa July 1. Eh doon sa notice na binigay sa inyo ng inyong employer, July 2 ang nakalagay. So ano mangyayari? Mare-reject po yan kasi magkaiba yung information na nakalagay doon sa inyong notice of termination kumpara doon sa information na provide ninyo sa online application. Okay? So after providing all the required information, so click lamang po yung proceed button. Okay. So after clicking the proceed button, so ipapakita ho ng system dito sa confirmation page lahat ng information na provide niyo during the application. So kailangan po niyo i-confirm yan i-check ninyo yung correctness ng information na provide ninyo. So kung na-check ninyo, tama siya lahat. So ipapakita rin po ng system magkano po yung unemployment na ma-receive ninyo. Okay? So click the proceed button. Okay, so after clicking the proceed button, yan, i-display ng system yung data consent. Okay? So i-click nyo lang po yung, i-tick nyo muna yung certificate, yung if you agree dun sa ating data consent and then click submit. Okay? So after clicking the submit button, so meron pong confirmation page na kung saan nakalagay po dyan yung inyong transaction number. Tandaan po ninyo, lahat po ng transactions na gagawin niyo online, hindi lamang yung submission ng unemployment benefit, yan, even mga loan application, submission ng mga maternity application, again, lahat ng mga services na i-avail ninyo online, may corresponding transaction number yan. So that will serve as proof that you have successfully submitted yung inyong application. So please take note ng transaction number. Okay? Also, may matatanggap din kayo na notice doon po sa inyong registered email address. Okay? So ano pong next step dito? After po ninyo na ma-submit successfully yung inyong application for unemployment benefit, kung kayo po ay covered employee, yan po ay i-redirect naman natin sa inyong employer's account, okay? For your employer certification. So, yan. So note lang po, yan, paalala lang sa ating mga membros, so always check your registered email address for unemployment benefit claim application notices coming from SSS. Okay. So ito po yung enhancement na ginawa natin. So yung ating unemployment benefit, dumadaan na ho siya sa ating employer, further certification. Okay. So yung ating employer naman po, paano ba nagsicertify yung employer? Una, once na yung empleyado po nila, yung former employee nila, nagsubmit ng application for unemployment benefit, may matatanggap po silang notice via their registered email address. Okay? So once na ma-receive ng employer itong notice na to, so maglalagin na po siya dun sa kanyang my.sss account. Okay? So under certification of benefit claim po yan. Okay. So anong kailangan gawin lang po ng employer? I-tick yung certify kung ina-approvehan ho niya, okay, ibig sabihin, tama lahat ng information na provide ng kanyang employee, former employee doon sa unemployment benefit application o kaya naman not certify kung halimbawa naman yung empleyado currently employed pa rin pala sa kanila pero nag-submit ng unemployment benefit application. Okay? So, yan po. So, ipapakita ng system diyan yung for certification, yung transaction number, yung pangalan ng empleyado, okay? At the same time din po nakalagay diyan yung reason for separation at yung ano yung magiging action ng employer. Okay? So halimbawa nakalagay diyan, certify, yan nakalagay po diyan action. Yung pala hindi pala kumbaga halimbawa baka mamaya naduling sa employer, not certify pala dapat yung i-click niya. So pwede ho i-cancel yan ng ating employer, okay? So kasi mapapansin niyo may submit button pa dito okay? So kailangan niyo i-tick muna yung certification tapos tsaka niyo i-click yung submit. So basahing maigi kung tama yan, and then click submit na po. Okay, after clicking the submit button, okay, so may confirmation page uli yan na lalabas. So just click OK button. Okay, so after clicking the OK button, yan, so meron kayong matatanggap na notice sa inyong registered email address for our employer informing you na sinertify po ninyo as employer yung unemployment benefit application ng inyong empleyado. At ganoon din, yung empleyado naman po, may matatanggap siya na notice sa kanyang registered email address informing him or her na sinertify po ng employer niya, ng kanyang former employer, yung unemployment benefit na kanyang sinabit online. Okay. So muli, for the mode of disbursement, okay, so yung unemployment benefit po natin, yan po ay kini-credit. Kung meron ho kayong UMID card with ATM functionality, so yan po, dyan po natin i-credit yan. Kung wala naman po, kung ano po yung naka-register na disbursement account sa inyong my.sss, so it can be a bank account from any personal accredited bank. Pwede rin po yung e-wallet, yung CPO, yung cash payout outlet like DBP Cash Padala through M. Luwilier, or kung meron kayong UBP Quick Card. Okay, so that's it for our unemployment benefit.